What is up, you guys? It's Duran or DeRay here, and today, you guys, for this week's video, I'm gonna tell you guys another story time. Now, this story time doesn't revolve any drama, someone causing me problems, but it's regarding a club that I do here in college. Now, I haven't told y'all about this. I don't really think I've said it in my college series, which, by the way, if you haven't watched it, you should. Duran Ray's College Days. I don't think I've ever said I'm in this particular club, so I'm gonna tell y'all what it is. I'm gonna tell y'all the whole process, and I'm gonna try to make it a reasonable rate because I don't want it to be too long and boring. So yeah, before we get started, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe, join the Ray Nation. I have a Discord. I have a second channel, which I haven't been saying in my videos, but I have a second channel called the Ray Second Channel. If you click the link on my For You page, it'll show you my second channel, and if you don't feel like going all the way there, I linked it in the description. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so before I tell y'all what it is, I'm gonna tell y'all like the process. Y'all already know that I committed to my college in November, but what y'all don't know is that I had to go through an audition process to get some scholarships. So when I went to visit my college the first time, I didn't do it for scholarship. I did it for me to see if I liked the college, and then that's when I made a decision in the fall to commit there. Then I had to go back a second time to learn more about the programs that they had, the helpers, like I think the counselors. I don't really remember what it was about. And then the third time I went, before I officially started school there, I went to audition. I had to audition for a scholarship regarding my minor, music, and it was for the piano. And so that day, I'll tell you all about that day. I woke up pretty early, but I left the house pretty late. I had to be there, I believe, at around 10:30. So I think I left the house at around 9:15-ish, maybe like 9:05, 9:15. I don't really remember exactly when I left, but I do remember going to McDonald's and getting a McGriddle before I left. And so I went to McDonald's, got a McGriddle, and then I drove to my college. And as soon as I got there within like a few minutes, like I think 3 or 5 minutes. And so when I got there, I had to walk all the way to the music center, which is where I had my audition. Mind you, I had to park all the way in the front of the college. Music center is near the back of the building. So that walk already took a lot of time. And as soon as I got into the music center, it was time for me to audition. I didn't have time to prepare. I didn't have time to practice. I had to go in there with my stuff. So when I went in there, I met the people of the music department. Lovely people. They're great people to this day. Very nice, very caring, very informational. They tell you a lot of stuff. Met them, told them my name, Duran, what I'm auditioning for, and I played my songs. I did mess up because I didn't have time to prepare, but they still think my performance was good, and they told me that if they thought it was good. So I believe they understood that it can be nerve-wracking to be auditioning for stuff, even if it's just for a scholarship. Auditioning period is very nerve-wracking because you have this high standard that you put on yourself to do good, and you don't want to mess up, so you pressure yourself to do good, but then it causes more and more anxiety. So that's something that I definitely think that they were very understanding of. Then after the audition was done, they had like a little mini interview to get to know me a little bit. So they pulled me aside. I was at the piano. I walked down, and it's like 4 people, maybe like 5, 6 people. I'm sorry. And they asked me questions like, where are you from, I believe. I think they asked me where I go to school. They asked me what my major I was intending to do. They asked me what experience that I had, because I said I was doing theater. They asked me if I've been in any plays, if I have done anything regarding the piano. I was telling them that the reason why I wanted to major in film and production and theater, then telling them about me doing piano. I told them the whole story. They liked the story, and I think they really liked me as a person. And so I don't really know if this is true or not. I don't really know if it happened, but one of the directors of choir talks about me doing the choir. According to him, that's what he said that we had a conversation about when I saw him during the first week of school. And I don't really think I talked about it briefly. I just said that I did choir a little bit when I was a kid, and I did it briefly when I was 17. And that's all I remember. I believe I said that in March. And then after all of that was done, I left. I door dashed, I believe, for a little bit. Went to my grandmother's house. I was done for the day. So then fast forward 5 months later, the beginning of the school year, I start classes the week after I moved in. So I moved in the 21st of August. Then I started classes the 24th of August. That was a Monday. And the 21st was a Thursday. And I met with them again. Well, I met with two of them again. The second day of orientation, because I had a 3-day orientation. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Crazy. I was tired like the day I went home, because I went home Saturday. I was exhausted, you guys. That orientation ran all day. And so the second day I met with the men's choir director for the second time, and he remembers me from the auditions back in March. He remembers me. He remembers my face. I'm pretty recognizable if you ask me. If you see me, I'm going to probably look the same I did 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, maybe a little different. But anyways, he talks about me joining the choir, and he said that we talked about it a little bit, and I told him that I didn't really remember that conversation being brought up. I'm still like iffy on that, but that's what he says. And then he tells me that I should audition for the choir. It was kind of like a recruiting. He was like recruiting me to be on choir, except you can't really be recruited and because you're already in the school, because when you're being recruited by a college, they're trying to get you to go to the school, but I was already going to the school. And so I was like, I don't really know if I should do it. I don't really think I can sing. And then he's like, you should sing this melody. He tells me to sing a melody. He hums the melody and he tells me to copy him. And I did it. And he was like,
oh, well, you don't sound bad.
He said I sound good. Not like some Bruno Mars, Chris Brown, Usher type good, but like good. It wasn't horrible. I was singing in tune. And so that's when he's like, you should audition. And he shows me the Google Sheets form to schedule an audition. And so I'm like, okay, I'll do it. I'll see if I like it. And I also talked with the professor who was in charge of teaching instruments. I believe I don't know if he only teaches piano or he teaches other instruments, but I was there for piano. Talked to him about stuff that doesn't revolve this. So anyways, I missed the first time of my audition because I accidentally got the days mixed up. I initially scheduled my audition to be a week from that day. So Friday is the day I met the choir director, and I wanted to audition the next Friday. But I scheduled it for Thursday. He emailed me asking me if I'm okay. I told him what the problem was, and I said I would be back the next day. And so I audition, I get in, and the first day of rehearsal is there. I almost missed it, I believe. I don't really know if I did, but I think I almost missed it. So then I do that, and I go to the first day of rehearsal, and I'm kind of nervous. I'm nervous because, I don't know these guys. These guys, they're older guys. They're like juniors, seniors, sophomores, and I'm still a freshman. So it was nerve-wracking to walk into that environment, not knowing anybody, and these guys have been buddies for years. And so when I walked in, I was really nervous. I had a folder and stuff like that. I was nervous, and then as time went by, after a month of me being there, I could tell that I was getting better. We were learning our pieces. I was memorizing the words, memorizing my cues, and I was listening to my voice, and I'm like, wait a minute, I sound better than what I did when I initially started singing it. Because if you guys don't know this, your voice can get progressively better within a month, but I feel like that's with anything. So I noticed that my voice was getting better, and I was like, hold up, I sound pretty good. I didn't expect myself to sound like crazy good, like hitting all the trembles, high pitched notes. I didn't expect all that, but I sound pretty good, to be honest with you. And so when I saw that I was making progress, I started to fall in love with choir even more. And then it was time for us to do our first show. Our first show was Saturday, October 4th, I believe. And when I went to when I had the call time, because the call time was an hour before our show starts. Our show started at 7:30. We had to be there at 6:30. I got there 2 hours early because I had to do something else regarding another class. And I got there. I'm like excited but nervous at the same time. We get there. Me and my roommate, because my roommate is also in the choir as well. We go there. We practice, change some stuff, and it's time for us to perform. And we're nervous, okay? These guys were nervous. All right, I'm talking to one of them. I'm like, how do you feel? He's like, I'm really nervous. And I was like, you know what? I'm nervous, but I'm also ready to go out there and perform because it's not my first time performing in front of an audience. I've done stuff like that since I was a kid. I remember when I was in fourth grade, I literally had to talk into a microphone in front of hundreds of people.
Has rejected her request. Except for my request, she did not go in the rest.
And I used to have to do stuff in front of people at church too. So I'm not foreign to the fact of being in front of an audience. And so it was time for us to go out, and I'm nervous. I'm excited. I'm like, oh my God, we're gonna go out. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. I'm like really excited. All right. And I'm just hoping everybody remembers everything. So we go out there, and the music starts. The concert is in session. Okay, so after those performances, I was like, you know what? This is what I like doing. This is what I believe I was called to do, which is entertain an audience. And after that day, I was getting compliments. I was told, you were really fun to watch. I liked your personality. You looked like you were into the song. I was told those things, and it made me feel really happy because I know that it could be nerve-wracking performing in front of an audience, like especially with maybe not necessarily a huge audience, but a big enough audience. It was probably, I don't really know how much the capacity is, but it was probably like 100 people there. But it was fun. I had a good time. And my ear was clogged. I was coughing. I was kind of sick. I was kind of catching a cold. And I still sound pretty good in my opinion. And if you actually watch one of the videos, you can hear my voice. So then after that, I go to Applebee's, eat. This was a Saturday night, so I had to be up the next day for church. So that was all I had to say. I'm a part of the men's choir. I'm enjoying it. I really do. I know a few people who go to my school who are watching this video. Hey, hello. I hope you're enjoying my channel. And yeah, that's all I wanted to tell you guys this week. I just wanted to let y'all know a little bit about what's going on with me in college. I will see you guys next Thursday. Bye, guys.